Imagine waking up every morning trapped in a loop you can't see. You're not falling, but you're not climbing either. You move but you're not going anywhere. You feel tired but you can't explain why. The clock moves, your to-do list grows, and yet, somehow you're standing still. You might be doing everything right. You're watching motivational videos, reading self-help books, maybe even setting goals. But still, the energy fades too fast, the focus slips away, and your identity starts feeling like a mask you're trying to keep from cracking. What if the problem isn't what you're not doing? What if it's what you're doing every single day, without even noticing? James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, once said, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." And sometimes, those systems are built from habits so small, so silent, they hide in plain sight. This video is not about blaming yourself. It's about opening your eyes. We're going to walk through 12 silent habits that may be draining your energy, killing your focus, and making you forget who you are. If any of them hit home, don't panic. You're not alone. And more importantly, you're not stuck. So take a breath. Set your phone aside for a few minutes. And let's begin with the first 4 habits. The ones that steal your energy before the day even begins. Some habits don't shout. They whisper. They don't crash your life. They slowly unplug it. And energy? That's the first thing they steal. Let's begin with a silent thief that starts stealing before your feet even hit the floor. 1. Checking your phone first thing in the morning. You open your eyes, and within seconds your thumb is on the screen. Notifications, emails, endless scroll. You're reacting before you've even remembered who you are. Neuroscience confirms this. The dopamine spike from scrolling early rewires your focus to crave distraction. According to Dr. Andrew Huberman, this overstimulates the brain's reward system and leaves you feeling restless by noon. Mel Robbins calls this losing the morning to the world before you give it to yourself. Instead, she suggests, get up, move, and claim your mind before your phone does. Ask yourself, are you starting your day with your purpose, or someone else's agenda? 2. Living on autopilot without intention. You wake up, brush your teeth, pour coffee, open emails, and boom, it's 2 p.m. and you're exhausted but can't recall doing anything meaningful. That's not just time passing. That's life leaking. When you don't set an intention for the day, your energy follows the loudest voice. Usually the most urgent, not the most important. Author Hal Elrod promotes a miracle morning routine that grounds you with silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and writing, even in just 6 minutes. Tiny effort, huge shift. Ask yourself, what would your day feel like if it started with a purpose instead of a push notification? 3. Talking bad about yourself like it's a joke. I'm so lazy. I suck at this. Typical me. We laugh when we say it, but our brain doesn't know we're joking. According to self-compassion researcher Kristen Neff, repeated negative self-talk builds shame, not humility. Every time you insult yourself, even playfully, you're casting a silent vote for a weaker version of you. Would you let someone talk to your best friend like that? So ask yourself, are your words building your strength, or draining it? 4. Ignoring your sleep and thinking coffee can fix it. 1 in 3 adults in the US don't get enough sleep. And yet we treat exhaustion like a badge of honor, chasing energy with caffeine, not rest. But sleep isn't optional. It's foundational. Mel Robbins puts it straight. A brain in burnout can't build a life. Lack of sleep wrecks your focus, mood, metabolism, and willpower. Tom Brady, the NFL legend, treats sleep like a training session. Strict bedtime, dark room, 0 screens. He protects his energy like it's sacred. Maybe it is. So ask yourself, are you resting to recharge? Or crashing to escape? Focus isn't something you find. Something you protect. And while most people think they lose focus because they just get distracted, the truth is deeper. We build distraction into our lives. We allow it. We train for it. Let's look at 4 habits that slowly erase your ability to focus. 1 silent compromise at a time. 5. Multitasking like it's a superpower. Switching from screen to screen, tab to tab, app to app. It feels productive, right? You're doing everything. But your brain is doing nothing deeply. Research from Stanford University shows that multitasking actually reduces your IQ temporarily. You become slower, less accurate, and more mentally drained. James Clear says it best, distraction is the enemy of depth. Every time you shift tasks, you lose a little sharpness. And when your mind is foggy, your purpose fades too. So ask yourself, Are you moving forward, or just switching directions really fast? 6. Leaving tasks unfinished for days. You start something, but don't finish. A half-written email. A draft saved as final_v4. A workout paused halfway. Those open loops don't disappear. Your brain holds on to them. That's the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished tasks stick in your mind, pulling energy even when you're not aware. One way out. The 2-minute rule. Something takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Clear the clutter. Clear the mind. So ask yourself, what's still open in your life, and what's it costing you to carry it? 7. Eating to escape, not to fuel. Sometimes the hardest thing isn't the work. It's the feelings around it. Stress, anxiety, uncertainty. And for many of us, food becomes a shield. You're not hungry. You're just overwhelmed. You're not fueling. You're avoiding. Emotional eating gives a dopamine hit. Then the crash comes. And so does the guilt. Then more cravings. Then less energy. It's a cycle. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that the body memorizes emotions. And when we repeat patterns, they become our identity. Ask yourself, are you feeding your body, or feeding your feelings? 8. Avoiding small decisions because you might be wrong. Should I send the email? Is this the right time? What if it's not perfect? Indecision is not neutral. It's exhausting. It creates loops of worry, self-doubt, hesitation. Mel Robbins puts it clearly, indecision is a decision to stay stuck. Steve Jobs eliminated decision fatigue by wearing the same clothes every day. Tim Ferriss built entire systems to reduce brain drag from small choices. You don't need to be perfect. You need to choose. Then learn. Then move. So ask yourself, what's one small decision you've been avoiding for way too long? These habits don't look dangerous, but they keep your mind full and your life empty. They create motion without meaning, noise without signal. And once your focus breaks, the next thing to vanish is your sense of identity. Let's talk about that next. There's something scarier than being tired. Scarier than being stuck. It's waking up one day and realizing you don't recognize yourself anymore. That's the danger of certain habits. They don't just drain your energy or blur your focus. They erase your sense of identity, quietly over time. Let's talk about 4 of the most dangerous ones. 9. Comparing yourself to people on the internet. You scroll and scroll. Perfect bodies. Perfect homes. Perfect lives. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's winning. Except, it doesn't feel like you. The American Psychological Association has shown that excessive use of social media increases anxiety, depression, and a distorted sense of self-worth. Jay Shetty once said, "Don't let someone else's highlight reel become your reality." And that hits hard. Because most of what we see online isn't real. It's filtered, polished, curated. So ask yourself, are you living your life, or watching someone else live theirs? 10. Only consuming, never creating. You binge watch productivity tips. You listen to 3 podcasts in a row. You read 5 books on purpose. But nothing changes. James Clear teaches that identity is shaped by action. If you want to be a writer, write. If you want to be a leader, lead. Watching others do it won't transform you. Creating does. Even 5 minutes of creation a day, writing, sketching, building, speaking, can remind your brain who you are. Ask yourself, when was the last time you created something you were proud of? 11. Avoiding discomfort like it's the enemy. Growth doesn't feel good at first. It's awkward. It's heavy. It's uncomfortable. But it's necessary. Brené Brown teaches that vulnerability is the birthplace of courage. David Goggins says discomfort is the forge of greatness. And there's no better example than Michael Jordan. He wasn't the most talented player in his early years, but he became the greatest because he leaned into discomfort. The early mornings, the missed shots, the losses. He never hid from them. Ask yourself, are you avoiding pain, or becoming strong enough to face it? 12. Mistaking learning for progress. Reading books, watching videos, even this one, feels productive, and it can be. But consumption without action becomes a trap. Robin Sharma puts it perfectly, reading without action is noble distraction. You can collect insights all day, but if you don't apply them, they gather dust. Real change begins with movement. Small, imperfect human movement. So ask yourself, what's one thing you've learned recently that you still haven't acted on? These habits don't just steal your energy or scatter your thoughts. They take your compass, your direction, your voice. But if you've made it this far, maybe you're ready to take it all back. Let's close this together. These 12 habits don't yell. They don't break down doors or cause dramatic chaos. They whisper. They linger. They blend into your routine and convince you that they're harmless. But over time, they drain your energy, blur your focus, and slowly make you forget the person you once dreamed of becoming. James Clear said it best. Every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. And those votes are being cast whether you realize it or not. The amazing news? You don't have to fix everything today. You don't need a total life reboot. You just need a small moment of courage. One habit. One shift. One quiet decision to interrupt the loop. Michael Jordan missed over 9,000 shots in his career. He lost almost 300 games. But what made him legendary wasn't the victories. It was showing up again and again even after failing. So what about you? Which habit whispered the loudest today? Which one hit a little too close to home? Pick that one. Not all 12. Just one. And start from there. If this video gave you something to think about, consider subscribing. Hit the like button if you felt seen. And share this with someone who's been feeling stuck lately. They might need this reminder too. You're not broken. You're becoming. And that journey starts one quiet choice at a time. Hey, incredible growth seekers. Wow, what a journey. If this video resonated, subscribe now for more life-changing content. Join our community of self-improvers. Smash that like button to fuel more content on mindfulness, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. Share this video to create a ripple of positive change. Comment below about your growth journey. Your insights shape our content. Next week, boosting self-confidence and overcoming limiting beliefs. Don't miss it. Every interaction brings us closer to a world of empowered individuals. Let's make personal development global. Stay inspired, keep growing. Your best self awaits. Let's unlock it together.